Welcome to this UASMaster video tutorial showing the ground control point measurement for the Inpho UASMaster TrainingData 3D. In case your project contains ground control points, we strongly recommend to measure the ground control points for absolute orientation. This is to signify a perfect match to the terrain, which is called the georeferencing. To digitize the ground control points, we select Measure from the Close Range 3D tab here on the right side. After you downloaded the demo data and installed it, you have several folders, and one of them is called the Input folder. And here you have some PNG images showing the sketches for the ground control points. And we see here that ground control point 1 is here in the lower left corner of this concrete in front of the castle ruin. Here a more detailed zoom into the measure position, so we can see here the corner, the outer part we need to measure. By default, the measure mode already uses the measure function, digitize ground control points, so we can directly start to click and get a measurement. Of course, using the wheel allows to zoom in and out. We can also use directly the F buttons to zoom closer in or closer out for zooming into our position. We recommend to make the measurement in 1:1, 2:1 or 4:1 because measuring in the lower zoom levels will have a lower accuracy to measure the point. In this video I use the F3 button to zoom into my closer position of my measurement, and I can use Control and right mouse button to pan around, and I will measure my first position here. Then I go to the next image and check if I can see here the corner, which is possible, so I can place here the measurement into the second image. I can use the F3 button to zoom closer to it and refine my measurement. The measurement will be shown as a light blue cross here. After I measured the first two measurements, so I measured here in image 1 my blue light cross and my second image the blue light cross, we get a prediction, which is the yellow triangle. That means if I go to the third image, I can now already see this yellow triangle predicting where the position of my ground control point will be in this photo. Therefore I just zoom in with my F3 button closer into the position and measure the point and go to the next image. I can either click here in this image stamp bar, or I can use here the arrow key, next page of images. Then I will load the next 11 photos that are coming up. But I will first finish here this row, so I go here to the fourth one and I zoom in, make my measurement. I don't measure exactly the yellow triangle, this is only my prediction. Please really look if this is the correct position or not, and measure it accurately in each of the photos that is predicted at a position that is correctly the corner. As we start to move along the photos that the drone was taking, flying around this castle ruin, we see that more and more the castle starts to move in front of our ground control point position. And at a specific moment it will then be covered and we are not able anymore to see it. Even the prediction thinks the control point should be seen in the photo, mainly because of course of the not given knowledge that here the building is not transparent or there are no windows where we can look through. Of course we won't measure here a measurement. In case you do click by accident and you measure here something, you can see here in the lower left side that in photo, in this case 12, the measurement was taken. You can select it here, and you can here remove this one single measurement without deleting the other 11 measurements you already have taken. We can now look at the image stamp database and navigate to the next bunch of images until we see again the corner appearing, which is exactly here with image 23. So we can go here and continue here our measurement and measure as many measurements as we want for our ground control point measurement. For the first control point, I will do all possible measurements. We see that in close range projects we can measure control points with the strong overlap extremely often. In our case here, 51 images of 76 are able to see ground control point 1. If we would measure all ground control points in all possible images, this is a very time-consuming part. As mentioned, this would be really the highest quality, and it's not wrong to do it. But in our case, we will here reduce the amount of measurements by looking at our project setup. So we have 2 circles of images taken, additionally 2 top images. So we will measure about 5 to 10 images from the first and 5 to 10 images from the second circle, and we try to find the ground control points here from the upper images additionally. And we will just select 5 of the ground control points. We already measured ground control point 1. We will then measure ground control point 5, then ground control point 7, ground control point 9, and ground control point 13, as they are covering different phases of the building and therefore give us then different geometries. And secondly, also they are not in line, so they are spreading up a nice plane, and also in 3D, not only in a 2D plane, and therefore allowing us for a good georeferencing. We will continue with ground control point 5, which is here the corner of this wall on the side of the castle ruin. We can select ground control point 5 from the list, and the first image is loaded. We see now here in these thumbnails very nicely the corner, so I select here this one, zoom into this area, and we have now here a more clear review to the corner, and we can measure first one here, and then we take the second photo, also looking at this corner very nicely. And after we measure the first 2 images, we have now a prediction, so we can here jump back to our first image of the list, and then we see here now our prediction, and this is already here showing us nicely the position where we can zoom in and again make our measurements. As mentioned, we only will measure here in the lower circle a few of the images, and therefore here we will look where we can see nicely into this position. And then we continue to the next circle. So we continue here in our list, and we see now the perspective changes here in these images, and then we continue until we see here the wall in a better way. The prediction already gives us a good pre-position, so we can measure it accurately. And typically I measure not only the next image, but I leave 1 or 2 images in between, because then we have better geometry angles, calculating later on the geometry for our georeferencing. And so we add here a couple of measurements. I will pause now here the measurement and continue doing the same thing for ground control point 7, 9 and 13. I just want to show them shortly that you have a clear positioning for them and that you know where to measure them correctly. Ground control point 7 is here on the inner corner of these two constructions of the castle. Looking here from one of the images, we see here this is the outlying part of this construction, the corner of this position. Ground control point 9 is also a construction looking out of the castle here in front. Looking through one of the images, here image 58, we can see here it's the outer part of this corner which we need to measure. And finally we have ground control point 13, which is here in the window, the upper left corner. Looking here through image 1, we can see here it's the outer part of the frame of this stone window which needs to be measured. I pause now the recording and showed you at the end the measurements I've done for the 5 control points. So here we go. I was measuring control point 7 in images 14, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 27. 28, and then I switch to the second circle, looking from a different perspective now in the second circle for the same control point and measuring it here also in a few images, and then also here all around. We hope this helps you to go through all the measurements for our training data. In case you want to enhance the image contrast, you can right click and use the image adjustment. Mainly the gamma correction makes most sense as it does not crop off some image content and still remains all the data content and can make it brighter, or in this case more blurred. So we hope you enjoyed watching the video tutorial, and hopefully we see you soon. Goodbye.